Let's get going. We got a lot to get through. Hi, my name is Jen and welcome to the Book Refuge. Welcome to another book haul. Yeah, I know, it's the second one that's going up within a month. To be fair, I did pre-film that one, so it's actually been a little longer than it seems. But still, before we get into this, as always, if you would be so kind as to subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday is always my weekly reading vlog, and then Wednesday and Friday are either book hauls, book reviews, book talks, any and all things. And I would love to have you join the Book Refuge where we can talk safely and fun about those things. So let's dive into this book haul. I am really excited. Half of these I may have bought today. Let's get started off with my Owl Crate book of the month, which is Mirage by Soumya Daud. This is the exclusive cover. It's black. The normal one is purple. That's because I got it from Owl Crate and it's beautiful. I know this book is about a girl who she gets kidnapped and is forced to play the princess, I believe, because the princess has disappeared and she looks like the princess, I believe. You know, if I'm wrong, don't need to correct me. I'm gonna read it and then I'll know if I was wrong. But they force her to pretend to be someone she's not, and it seems really cool. The cover has me interested. I have a so-so thing. Ooh, look at that beautiful feather on the cover. Owl Crate, the books in it are usually hit or miss for me. Sometimes I really love them, sometimes we don't get along, but I do always give them a try. So this book, I don't know when I'll get to it, but it is lovely and it doesn't seem too long. Just 300 pages, so I want to give it a try, but it's beautiful. Next, I picked up the last of the Twisted Tales that I haven't read yet, or I mean that I haven't bought yet. I haven't read any of them yet, but they're beautiful. I'm really bummed that this isn't in the same kind of cover as the other ones because it doesn't match, but this was like the first one, I think. This is Once Upon a Time, and the what if for this one is what if Sleeping Beauty never woke up, and the Maleficent is still running everything. These books are just beautiful. That is a main reason I bought them, because I'm a Disney freak, and so I like having all of them in my life. But I really do need to read them. I just don't know when, but I want to. And it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And even though it's in a different color, it does match the aesthetic of the other ones. So yeah, this one is If She Never Woke Up. What happened? Next, I picked up Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. This is her new series. I don't know if it's going to be a trilogy. It's set after the Remnant Chronicles. I believe it's just a few years after, so the characters that I love so much are supposed to make appearances in this novel, and I'm holding back from cheating because I'm halfway through the final book in that trilogy, The Remnant Chronicles, and so I was like, I'm just gonna buy this because I know once I finish it, I'm gonna need to know. I heard this is really fun. This one is about Kazi. This is about Kazi and Jace, and it's set in Venda, and that's all that I need to know right now, but I know that one of them's a thief. Maybe they're both thieves. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I want to be pretty, not knowing, but I love this cover. It's gorgeous. But I trust Mary E. Pearson. Her Remnant Chronicles is on my all-time favorite list, and I am not even done yet. It is fantastic writing. The characters blow me away. So I have very high hopes that this will also be good. And it's such a chunk. I'm so happy. It's 500 pages and I know that there will be more of them. So I'm all about it. Keep writing, Mary. Next, I bought Strange Grace by Tessa Grafton. I'm actually currently reading this because it's about this town called Three Graces, and every 7 years they must make a sacrifice of the best boy in their town, like best meaning like if he can live through the night in the forest. If he does, it's called the Devil's Forest because they made a deal with the devil, and if they sacrifice this boy every 7 years, then they get peace, prosperity, nobody gets sick. Every child is born perfectly. Like, there's no birth complications, and like they live great. Well, it's only been 3 years since the last sacrifice, and some things are going wrong. And the main girl, her name is Marwyn. And then it's also about Arthur and Rune, her two friends. And they're going to maybe see if they can do something to fix it. So, and it's in a town too where like being a witch is okay. Like, the witch is the one who made the bargain for them, and they like don't try to kill their witch or anything. So it's really interesting because Marwyn is the daughter of that witch. And I just thought it was really cool that they're not like trying to stone the witch. Maybe that will change. I don't know. But it's really beautiful. These are like falling leaves. And then like this is the tree that the devil uses to like communicate with them. So it scares me a little that it's like the actual like devil supposedly, but we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. I'm like 40 pages into it, and they're still kind of setting everything up. Like, things are starting to go wrong, and I'm pretty interested in what happens. So next, I picked up Uncharted by Erin Cashman. Again, this was a cover buy, but also the story is pretty interesting. It's about this girl named Annabeth. This girl named Annabeth, who her father goes missing, and she thinks that some people know something about it, but they won't say anything, and she goes on an adventure to try and figure it out. And it's very like seafaring and interesting, and it looks beautiful, and I wanted to give it a try. Sometimes I don't need any more than that. Next, I bought this quick little book called The Raft by S.A. Bodine. And this is supposed to be about a girl named Robbie who lives with her family. And there is this bit of nasty weather, and she gets sent out on the last plane, but it wasn't the plane she was supposed to be on. So nobody knows that she's missing when the plane crashes, and she ends up on a raft. I've been liking a little bit of like girl on her own trying to survive vibe this year. And this one seems pretty quick. It's only like 230 pages, so I should be able to whip through it pretty quickly. But yeah, seems interesting. Halfway through this stack, I better speed up. Next, I picked up Times Convert by Deborah Harkness. This is like the next part of a series after the All Souls trilogy, which I'm struggling through the second book. I've said this quite a bit. My goal is to get it done this month or as soon as I can, because I know that it will get better, but I'm stuck in the second book right now and it's killing me. But these books are beautiful. This is supposed to be about Matthew and Diana's adopted son, Marcus. And if you've read the All Souls trilogy, you know that one of the main themes in it is that they're all magical creatures, witches, vampires, and humans and demons. And something's been wrong with magic lately, and people haven't been, or not people, the humans are fine. Witches haven't been able to use their magic. Vampires haven't been able to make new vampires. And demons are committing suicide because they've been like depressed, which is really weird, but it's sad. Like, they're killing themselves and dying out. And Marcus is in love with this girl and he wants to turn her into a vampire, but they're not sure if he can because of the problems that they're having. So I, of course, don't know too much more than this because I haven't finished this series yet, but I'm really interested because Marcus is one of my favorite characters in the series right now, so I'd be really up for him getting a happy ending. So, excitement. I just picked up today as well. This is called The Black Witch by Laurie Forrest. I know this one's been out for a while, but my favorite bookseller at Barnes & Noble, her name is Alex. She is the sweetest. She is really talking this up to me. So I don't know too much. I know it's about a girl who is the granddaughter of the last Black Witch. And I know that it's about these different kind of creatures who are all ruled by one area. But she kind of explained it as like your normal kind of story where there is like oppressors who are pressing down on these other people, except it's told from the point of view of one of the girls who is in the upper tier. Like, she's not one of the people who's oppressed, but she starts to notice the corruption that's happening, but she doesn't know what to do about it or if she can do anything about it. Also, there's magic involved because it's about witches. That's all that I know, but Alex usually doesn't do me wrong, so I picked it up. And the sequel's already out, so that also was exciting to me because I know if I like it, I can read the next one, which always makes me happy. This one will be fast. I picked up The Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. I have not read Strange the Dreamer, but this book is gorgeous, and so is Strange the Dreamer, and I know that I want to read it. I just haven't had, like, Laini Taylor destroyed me with the last series I read. Daughter of Smoke and Bone did so much painful things to me, and I know she's a super good writer. So I think this is just a duology though, so maybe it, you know, at least it'll be faster. I don't know. This is so beautiful. Anyway, I do want to read it. So since I was buying the whole damn store, I figured I would just buy this one too, so that I have both of the beautiful books. And yeah, I bought that. Next, this is a book I have already read and reviewed in my September wrap-up, but it came out in its beautiful form because I had an e-arc of it. And as promised, I bought the hardback of Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. One of my best friends, Sadie, when I explained this book to her, she said it's a retelling of a pretty, like, famous anime, basically. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but when I explained the story, she's like, I literally have read that in anime before. So I was like, or seen that in anime before. Sorry, not familiar with it. So I bought this and I'm gonna let her read it because I've already read it, but it's beautiful and I had to pick it up. And this is the first, like, there's going to be a second one, which is called The Soul of the Sword, which comes out next year. And I adored this. It was the first book I got on NetGalley and it was so pretty. So here is the finished cover. So, oh, I should tell you what it's about. So, this is about a girl named Yukimo, who she's a half kitsune, half human, and she has a skill with illusion, and so she can make herself look fully human because she has a tail and pointed ears, and she makes herself look human as long as she stays away from, like, mirrors and reflections because people can see her truth that way. And she has lived in this monastery her whole life with these monks who take care of her and teach her to be good and not to give in to her mischievous nature. Well, one night, and this monastery protects a piece of this ancient scroll that when the scroll is put together, it can call down the great kami dragon and give a single wish to whoever summons him. And so these three different temples each hold a piece of the scroll to keep them from being united together. Well, an evil sorceress has sent people to collect all these pieces of the scroll so that she can raise the kami and get the wish. So Kage Tatsumi, forgive me if I misspeak anything. This is a beautiful story, but the names are hard for me because I'm as white as anyone can be. So it's hard for me to say these things, so pardon me. But he is this warrior. He's a samurai cage warrior who has a demon soul in his sword. And he is sent to retrieve a part of the scroll, but somebody gets there first and burns down the monastery, and Yukimo, the half kitsune girl, is sent with the part of the scroll to get it to safekeeping. Well, she decides to somewhat trick Kage Tatsumi into getting her to the temple while not letting him know that she has the other piece of the scroll that he's looking for. So they team up, and then they meet some other characters along the way as well who are really fun. So it's a mixture of terrifying danger. Like, this book is scary. Some really bad things happen, as well as just fun, what I assume is good Japanese history. I don't know that for sure, but it made me want more. So even if it maybe didn't do a great job with that, you know, if you know, I'm sure some of you will know more about it than me. It made me want to know more, and I think that's really great. So this book is so good. It just came out this week. Go get it. Well, actually, it will have been a couple weeks ago because this is coming out later. Next is I just have a few more. We're almost there, everyone. This is another one that Alex told me to buy. I don't know, like, anything about it, but I guess it's a reprinting from a French version of it, and it's called The Mirror Visitor, book 1, and it's called A Winter's Promise. And so this novel is about this girl. Here, I'm just gonna read it. Ophelia cares little about appearances or other people's opinions of her. She possesses two special gifts, an unrivaled talent for reading the past of objects and the ability to travel through mirrors. Her peaceful, if somewhat dull existence on the Ark of Anima is interrupted when she is promised in marriage to Thorn, a taciturn and influential member of a powerful clan from a distant Ark, the cold and icy pole. Ophelia must follow her fiancé to the towering city of Citadel Celeste, where nobody can be trusted. There, in the company of her inscrutable future husband, Ophelia slowly realizes that she is a pawn in a political game that will have far-reaching ramifications. So, I don't know. But I think all of these books are out. They're just doing the American releases, and it's really pretty. It seems really interesting, and I'm definitely willing to give it a try. So, we'll see. We'll see. All right, finally, the rest of the books I got, which unfortunately the mail didn't come while I was filming this long video. But I picked up the rest of the books by Diana Gabaldon that I do not own because she is my queen, she is herself, and I must have her books. So I picked up The Scottish Prisoner, which is the part of Voyager that is while Jamie and Lord John are at the prison. And I just needed it in my life because it's more Jamie and I must have it because season 4 comes out a month from today when I'm filming this. When you see this, only 2 more weeks. And I can't handle my life. So then I also got Lord John and the Brotherhood of the Blade, Lord John and Lord John and the Hand of the Devils, and Lord John and the Private Matter. Also, what I'm waiting to come, I'll put up a picture, is I bought the Outlandish Companions 1 and 2, which I've already listened to on audio because Diana reads them herself, which is effing fabulous. She's amazing. But it has summaries of each of the books, so if there's certain parts of the books that like you don't remember which book it is in, you can just like flip through and find out without having to like reread one of the, you know, huge ones, as well as recipes, how she came up with certain characters, her writing style, how she does it, how she got into writing, all the behind the scenes stuff that I just live and breathe for, and that's what's there. So anyway, y'all, this was another big book haul. I spent so much money on books. Someday when I like have like a husband and kids, they'll be like, "Mommy, when are we gonna eat?" And it's like, shut up and read because I spent your food money on books. Just kidding. That won't happen, but I think about it sometimes. So anyway, thank you for stopping by. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And remember to stop by the Book Refuge again. Have a great day, y'all. Bye.